Hi friend, welcome to my channel. I feel so cringe. I feel so strange. This is my first time and I'm a little bit, what am I doing? I don't know. Well, never mind. This is Call Me Enza. My actual name is Maria Vincenza, which is really long, so just call me Enza. It feels more natural, more personal, and I really wanted this channel to be something like just talking with a friend and not something too formal. No, actually, there is nothing formal in this. Anyway, I've been dreaming to start a YouTube channel for so long, since I think I was 10 years old. And yeah, so here we are, finally at 28 years old almost. It's not yet 28, by the way. I'm so happy about that. Happy and scared, actually. Really scared. I already this morning tried to sabotage myself. It's already 10:30 and I wanted to start at 7:30. But yeah, here we are. So if you're watching this, maybe it's the right time to make a change in your life too, like me right now. Also, I hope that my story will give you help, a kind of inspiration. I don't know. Well, let's start from the beginning. So who am I? I'm just a normal Italian girl that I don't know why, I don't know how, ended up living in Korea. Yeah, this was not part of a big plan. I always used to say that this was destiny. Believe it or not, it all started because of a YouTube, actually. One day, in the middle of the really hard part of my life, I came across a YouTube channel called Korean Englishman and Jolly. If you don't know, it's a pretty huge YouTube channel with millions of subscribers, and they are talking about Korean culture and Korean food. At that time, I was in a really toxic relationship and I felt completely lost. But when I watched those videos, I noticed how Josh and Ollie treated their wife with kindness, respect, really like in a lovely way. I had this thought, something is wrong in my life. This is not how love has supposed to be. Yeah, of course. Thanks to that YouTube channel, I start to understand that something was wrong. So I found the courage to go to therapy. Guys, please, if you recognize that you have problem and then you have money for affording this, please go to therapy. This is the most beautiful thing that you can do for yourself, the most beautiful gift that you can give to yourself. Anyway, I went to therapy and eventually I ended up the relationship, the best decision of my entire existence. For a year after that, I worked on myself. I keep doing therapy, but I worked on myself. Like, who am I? How do I want to live from now on? And during that time, those little YouTube videos of Josh and Ollie, they became my comfort. I don't know why, it was kind of automatic, but I started to think about Korea. So one thing, without overthinking too much, I just booked a flight. Yeah, and it was my first solo trip. And basically on the other side of the world. My parents were not happy about that, but for ending my therapy, completely understand myself, I needed to do that. I felt like in that moment, I need to do this trip. I need to go there alone. And that also was another best decision of my life. It really helped me with my therapy. Actually, before going to Korea, I already ended up my therapy. My therapist said, it's okay. If you will need me, just call me and come here again. But for now, you're okay. You can do it, girl. That was the attitude. When I came to Korea first time, I remember that I left my mom at the airport and I felt immediately terrified. Like, girl, you are completely alone now. But then after that, immediately I felt so powerful. Like, yes, oh my God, you are alone. You can do everything and you can actually show yourself that you are able to do everything that you put in your mind. Anyway, that trip changed me completely. For the first time, I wasn't living for other people's expectations. I was just me. And I realized how being me was so fantastic. Also, when I landed in Korea, I had these strange feelings. Actually, it's so hard to explain, but in my heart, in my mind, I felt like this is where you're supposed to be. This is the right path. And then, yeah, spoiler alert, I was right. After that trip, I did everything in my possibility to go back to Korea again. And after 6 months, I returned back to Korea and I lived in Seoul for 2 months. I did this because I wanted to check if I truly like living in Korea. Of course, you cannot check in 2 months, but in that moment, that was my idea, okay? Don't judge me for that. And because when you travel, everything is beautiful, everything is new, everything is exciting. But if you really live in that country, and now there is almost 2 years that I'm living in Korea, I know for sure that you really need time to understand completely a country, its rules, and if you really enjoy the country, if you really want to spend the rest of your life in this country. So you need time. You need time. But anyway, it's just a big adventure in your life. So do whatever you want. So after that 2 months, I say, yes, I really like being here. I start to think, okay, Enza, what is the next step? Of course, I say, okay, I want to live there. I need to learn their language. Also to show respect in some way. I say, I'm going to live in this country, in your country. I want to learn your culture and I want to learn your language. So I signed up for a language course in Kyunson University that is in Busan. Other best decision of my life, not Kyunson University, but Busan, because Busan is fantastic. I love Busan so much. If you guys come to Korea, please come to Busan. Busan is beautiful. So I went to Gyeongsondae, and then last year something unbelievable happened, and then I won the Global Korea Scholarship. Over these 3 years, I've made amazing friends. I met my kind and respectful partner, who is now the person I love the most in the entire world. And little by little, I became part of the Korean life. And here I am today, sitting on my sofa speaking in English. I was so scared about speaking in English because it's not my first language. I'm not perfect, but that's okay. I don't have to be perfect. Let's talk about YouTube now. I actually wanted to start this YouTube channel for so many years. So many years. But I was always so scared. I was worried about what other people would think and about my accent in English. I will not have a perfect edit. I will not have a perfect location. But over time, I just understood that if you keep waiting for the right time, the right moment, this right moment, right time will never come. So also I realized I don't want to live my life being afraid of other people or being dependent from other people's opinion about what I'm doing with my life. I mean, my life is just my life, right? I don't have to convince other people to love what I'm doing or to accept what I'm doing. I accept myself, so other people will do it too, or just whatever. That's where my bucket list comes in. I kept a list for years of little dreams and big dreams I want to accomplish in my life. And maybe by sharing my journey can inspire you guys to start your own bucket list. Because again, life isn't about waiting for the right moment. Life is doing things that light you up. So this is me officially starting this new adventure. I hope we will make this a safe space when we can grow together, learn, and I don't know, inspire each other. Maybe remind each other that we are not alone. Thank you so much for watching this, my very first video. I'm so excited. I think no one will watch this video. Probably. But we have to start from some point. I feel so strange to say that, but don't forget to subscribe and please let me know in the comments what's one thing on your bucket list that you will love to start with. I really can't wait to read your answer. If yeah, they will be, I don't know, maybe with the time. I don't know. Well, if there will be, I would be so happy. Anyway, see you in the next video, and remember to be kind today.